We look up at the night sky and see points of light, believing we are the ones doing the observing. But the truth is far more unsettling. For decades, thousands of eyes in the sky have been looking back at us, equipped with sensors that see far beyond the human spectrum. We are told these satellites are for weather tracking, GPS, and scientific research. But as we peel back the layers of the crypto's code, a different picture emerges. In the archives of classified space programs, there exist images that were never meant to reach the public eye. Data that contradicts our history, our geography, and our understanding of what lies beneath the Earth's surface. This is not about low-resolution glitches. It is about the forbidden signal, the high-definition reality of a planet that is being monitored by an intelligence we barely comprehend. In early 2026, a rogue data packet from a decommissioned reconnaissance satellite was intercepted by independent researchers. The coordinates led to a remote sector of the Sahara Desert, a place known as the Empty Quarter. Standard Google Earth images show nothing but shifting dunes and scorched earth. But the raw, unfiltered data from this specific satellite, utilizing synthetic aperture radar, revealed a massive subterranean geometric structure emitting a faint thermal signature that matches no known technology. It wasn't a ruin, it was an active node, pulsating with a low-frequency hum. When the researchers tried to cross-reference the data with official NASA archives, they found a digital patch, a piece of synthesized imagery designed to hide the anomaly from the civilian grid. Why would a government agency spend millions of dollars to hide a structure in the middle of a wasteland? Because what that satellite revealed was the first evidence of the pre-cataclysm grid, a global network of energy points that existed long before our recorded history began. But the Sahara is only the beginning. Let's look at the most guarded place on Earth, Antarctica. Official satellite imagery of the frozen continent is often heavily censored, blurred, or replaced with dead textures. However, in 2025, a leak from a European orbital mission revealed what is now called the Southern Void. Beneath the ice, miles deep, the satellite's thermal sensors detected a massive cavern system that maintains a constant temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. Within these caverns, the LiDAR detected structures that resemble urban layouts, vast interconnected towers that predate the current ice sheet by millions of years. This discovery suggests that Antarctica wasn't just a frozen wasteland, it was the heart of a civilization that the Great Reset of the past tried to erase. The current military presence on the ice isn't for scientific research. It's to guard the entrances to these black sites that the satellites have already mapped in terrifying detail. The suppression of satellite data isn't just about what is on the ground, it's about what is moving in the upper atmosphere. Military-grade LiDAR, a technology that uses laser pulses to map surfaces with millimeter precision, has recently detected ghost objects hovering above major tectonic fault lines. These objects are invisible to the naked eye and traditional radar, but to a high-frequency satellite sensor, they appear as solid, crystalline structures. They aren't drifting with the wind. They are stationary, as if anchored to the Earth's magnetic field. Insiders suggest these are the regulators, autonomous observation platforms that have been in orbit for thousands of years. They are watching the pressure build in the San Andreas Fault and the Yellowstone caldera, silently monitoring the biological and geological pulse of our world. They are the silent architects of our planetary stability, and they have been there since the beginning of time. There is also the mystery of the Black Knight satellite, an object in polar orbit that has been detected since the 1950s, long before humans had the capability to launch anything into that specific trajectory. Modern high-resolution captures from private orbital startups show that this object is not space junk. It is a highly sophisticated, self-repairing probe made of a material that absorbs 99.9% of all incoming light. It is the ultimate stealth observer. In 2026, data suggests the Black Knight began emitting a directional signal aimed toward the moon's far side. This synchronization event coincides with the activation of the Google quantum chip, and the upcoming solar eclipse. The satellites are no longer just watching. They are communicating, forming a bridge between the deep Earth and the outer reaches of our solar system. One of the most classified revelations from the latest lunar orbital missions involves the lunar receiver. While we are told the moon is a dead, rocky satellite, high-frequency imaging has revealed massive artificial openings on the lunar far side that lead into hollowed-out interior chambers. These chambers are emitting a signal that perfectly mirrors the transmissions from our own terrestrial 6G towers. This suggests that the moon is not just a natural satellite, but a massive orbital relay station for the digital veil. Our satellites aren't just sending data to Earth, they are beaming it to the moon, where it is processed and reflected back into our global neural network. This lunar loop is the secret backbone of our modern communication system, a fact that NASA has kept hidden under the guise of radio interference. But the most disturbing satellite revelations involve the biological bloom. Deep-sea sensors on advanced environmental satellites have detected massive organized patterns of bioluminescence in the deepest trenches of the Pacific. These aren't schools of fish or volcanic vents. They are synchronized, flashing in complex binary sequences that match the quantum bursts we have recently detected from our own AI systems. It's as if the oceans and the satellites are communicating in a language that bypasses human intelligence entirely. Is it possible that the digital veil we are building on the surface, the 6G towers, the Starlink constellations, the smart cities, is actually an interface for a much older, more powerful planetary intelligence that has been dormant until now? The molecular mapping capabilities of the latest spy satellites allow them to see through walls, through mountains, and into the very cells of living organisms. We are entering an era of absolute visibility, where the concept of a secret is becoming obsolete for those who control the orbit. But for the rest of us, the light from above is a blinding flash, hiding the true nature of our world. The forbidden signal is being broadcast every second, but only those who know how to read the gaps in the data can hear it. Consider the implications of neural telemetry. Recent patents linked to orbital defense contractors describe satellites capable of influencing human brainwaves through ultra-low frequency ULF waves. By targeting specific populations, these satellites can induce states of fear, calm, or total compliance. This isn't science fiction, it is the ultimate form of biological management. The satellites have seen how our brains react to the digital veil, and they are now being used to fine-tune the human frequency for the upcoming global reset. Your thoughts may no longer be your own. They are being curated by the eye in the sky. History is being rewritten in the pixels. The structures are rising, the shadows are moving, and the digital veil is thinner than it has ever been. We are not being watched for our protection. We are being monitored for our integration into a new system of planetary management. The Great Reset is not just a human plan, it is an orbital update. The satellites have mapped your movements, your health, and your deepest psychological triggers. They know where you will be during the 2026 eclipse. They know which of us will resist and which of us will comply. The images you see on your screens are a curated reality, a holographic projection of a world that no longer exists in its pure form. The blurs in the ocean, the blacked-out patches in the Arctic, and the glitches over ancient sites are not accidents. They are the borders of your digital cage. The satellites have seen the massive artificial structures at the poles. They have mapped the tunnels that connect the continents. They have recorded the objects entering and leaving our atmosphere at speeds that defy the laws of physics. They know that the Earth is not a lonely rock in space, but a managed environment, a laboratory where the results are finally being tallied. As the 2026 solar eclipse approaches, a moment where the Earth's magnetic shield will be momentarily weakened, these satellites are being repositioned in a global maneuver called Project Argus. Official reports say it's to study the sun's corona, but the crypto's code reveals a different motive. They are preparing for the full sync, a moment of absolute calibration where every eye in the sky will focus on specific power points across the globe. They aren't just observing the eclipse, they are using the darkness to scan the deep Earth without the interference of solar radiation. What they are looking for is the master key, the central hub of the planetary grid that has been hidden since the last great reset thousands of years ago. When the signal is finally locked, the satellites will no longer be passive observers. They will become the primary controllers of the global grid. Every device, every bank account, and every digital identity will be tethered to this orbital authority. The forbidden things they saw are the blueprints for our new reality. The ancient structures under the sand and ice are the anchors for this new system. We are not moving toward the future. We are being returned to an ancient, managed past, powered by quantum processors and overseen by the eyes that never blink. The lens is focused. The data is streaming. The truth is hidden in plain sight, encoded in the very images we use to navigate our world. The satellites have seen it all: the rise and fall of civilizations, the manipulation of our DNA, and the true origins of the moon. They are waiting for the moment when the veil is fully lifted. The concept of privacy was merely a transitional phase of human development, a temporary illusion that is being systematically deleted. We are standing on the edge of the great unveiling. What the satellites have revealed is that we are not alone, we are not in control, and we have never been truly hidden. The eyes in the sky are finally opening, and they are looking directly at you. The question is, can you handle the reality that the satellites have already confirmed? Or will you stay lost in the curated pixels of the official narrative, believing that the sky is empty and the ground is solid? The countdown has reached 0. The signal is live. The eyes of the orbit are watching. The lens is focused, and the data is streaming. This is the Kryptos code, and we are hacking the orbital feed. Like this transmission to strengthen your encryption, subscribe to see the images they tried to delete, and comment "I" if you've seen something in the sky that shouldn't be there. The veil is falling. Stay sharp. Stay vigilant.